Before you cook another egg tomorrow morning, stop for a moment, because one of the most common foods in your kitchen can become a very different breakfast depending on how you store it, cook it, and what you put beside it. And the surprising thing is that these mistakes don't look dangerous. There is no strange smell, no obvious warning, and nothing on the plate telling you that your routine could be improved. You may have prepared eggs the same way for decades, simply because nobody ever explained these small details. Now, eggs are not something you need to fear. They can provide quality protein and important nutrients, including choline, selenium, vitamin B12, lutein, and zeaxanthin, making them a useful part of a balanced diet. But the habits surrounding the egg matter. So today, we're counting down 7 common mistakes, starting with an easy storage mistake and ending with one involving undercooked egg whites that many people have never heard about. Mistake number 7 is storing eggs in the refrigerator door. That little built-in egg tray looks convenient, but the refrigerator door experiences repeated temperature changes every time it opens. Eggs generally keep better when they remain consistently cold, so an interior shelf is usually a better location. Keep them in their original carton and place them on a stable shelf rather than directly in the door. The carton also provides protection and helps reduce odor absorption from nearby foods. It's a tiny change, but it costs nothing and takes only seconds. Now let's move to mistake number 6, because this one isn't really about the egg. It's about what you eat with it. Think about the traditional breakfast: eggs, bacon, sausage, or ham. People often debate whether eggs are healthy while completely ignoring the processed meat sitting beside them. Processed meats can be high in sodium and saturated fat, which can make a breakfast less favorable for people trying to manage blood pressure and cardiovascular health. That doesn't mean you can never enjoy bacon or sausage. It simply means they don't need to be the automatic partner every morning. Try pairing eggs with spinach, tomatoes, mushrooms, peppers, fruit, avocado, or whole grain toast. Suddenly, you're building a more balanced meal instead of relying on processed meat to complete the plate. If you're still watching, tell me in the comments how you normally eat your eggs: scrambled, fried, boiled, or as an omelet. Mistake number 5 is cooking eggs over unnecessarily high heat. This is especially common with scrambled eggs. The pan gets extremely hot, the eggs go in, and within seconds they become dry and rubbery. Cooking quickly isn't automatically unhealthy, but excessive heat and overcooking can affect texture and may reduce some heat-sensitive nutrients. A better approach is moderate heat. Scramble the eggs gently and remove them when they're almost completely set, allowing residual heat to finish cooking them. If you prefer fried eggs, moderate heat can help prevent scorching while allowing the center to cook properly. You don't need to rush breakfast. A little patience can give you a softer, more enjoyable meal. Mistake number 4 is reheating cooked eggs carelessly. Maybe you boil several eggs for the week or prepare a breakfast casserole ahead of time. Meal preparation can be convenient, but reheating deserves attention. Microwaves can heat food unevenly, leaving one part extremely hot while another remains cooler. When reheating an egg dish, stir or rotate it when appropriate, and make sure the center is thoroughly heated before eating. A simple food thermometer can help when you're uncertain. Also remember to refrigerate cooked eggs promptly and avoid leaving them at room temperature for extended periods. Food safety becomes particularly important as we age, so don't take unnecessary chances with leftovers. Now we're getting into the final 3 mistakes. Before we continue, if this information is useful, take a second to like the video and subscribe. It helps more people discover practical health information like this. Mistake number 3 is ignoring the information on the egg carton. Many shoppers check the price and date and move on, but labels such as cage-free, pasture-raised, and omega-3 enriched describe different things. Omega-3 enriched eggs come from hens whose diets are designed to increase omega-3 content. Pasture-raised refers to a production system involving outdoor access, while cage-free does not necessarily mean the hens lived outdoors, so don't assume an expensive-sounding label automatically means an egg is dramatically healthier. If you're shopping for nutrition, compare the information on the carton and choose an option that fits your budget and dietary goals. You don't need the most expensive eggs in the store to have a nutritious breakfast. Mistake number 2 is assuming that the same egg recommendation works for everybody. Your health history matters. For many healthy adults, eggs can fit comfortably into a balanced diet. But if you have diabetes, kidney disease, high cholesterol, cardiovascular disease, or another condition requiring dietary management, your needs may be different. Someone with kidney disease, for example, may need to pay closer attention to protein and phosphorus, while another person may have completely different dietary priorities. The mistake isn't necessarily eating eggs. The mistake is copying general advice without considering your own medical situation. If your doctor or dietitian has given you specific dietary instructions, those should take priority over anything you hear online. And now we reach mistake number 1, regularly eating raw or incompletely cooked egg whites. Raw egg whites contain a protein called avidin, which can bind to biotin, also known as vitamin B7, and interfere with its absorption. Cooking changes this protein and prevents it from having the same effect. This doesn't mean one slightly soft egg will suddenly cause a deficiency, but regularly consuming significant amounts of raw egg white is a habit worth avoiding. There is also a food safety concern because raw or undercooked eggs can carry harmful bacteria. So if the egg white is still visibly translucent, wet, or raw, give it more time to cook. You can keep the yolk tender if you prefer, while making sure the white is properly cooked. Now, here are 3 simple habits you can start using immediately. First, store eggs properly and keep them consistently refrigerated. Second, build your egg breakfast around nutritious foods rather than automatically adding processed meats. Vegetables, fruit, whole grains, or healthy fats can make the entire meal more balanced. Third, remember that egg yolks contain lutein and zeaxanthin, nutrients associated with eye health, and dietary fat can help the body absorb carotenoids. Adding a reasonable amount of avocado, olive oil, or nuts can therefore be a practical option depending on your overall diet. So let's quickly recap the 7 mistakes. Storing eggs in the refrigerator door, automatically pairing them with processed meats, cooking them over unnecessarily high heat, reheating leftovers carelessly, ignoring carton information, failing to consider your personal health conditions, and regularly consuming raw or incompletely cooked egg whites. None of this means you need to eliminate eggs from your diet. For many people, eggs can remain a convenient and nutritious breakfast option. The goal is simply to prepare them safely, choose your combinations wisely, and make decisions based on your own health needs. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 mistakes surprised you the most, and which one have you been making without realizing it? Tell me in the comments. And if you're going to change one thing about your breakfast tomorrow, type "I'm changing it" below. Finally, remember that this video is for general education, not personalized medical advice. If you have diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease, high cholesterol, food allergies, or another chronic condition, speak with your healthcare professional before making major dietary changes. Your health usually isn't transformed by one magical food or one dramatic change. It's built through small decisions repeated consistently. And sometimes, improving something as ordinary as your morning breakfast is one of those small decisions. Take care of yourself, make informed choices, and I'll see you in the next video.